in the area as well as Allen does. This is an interesting ball game, I think. You've got one team challenging for the district everybody knew was going to be there, Madison. South Lakes is a surprise.
Well, I think the early game could go South Lake's way as far as mental is concerned, but they'll have a tough time, comparing with this Madison team.
Well, Madison right now is ready for them, right? I mean, Madison knows that South Lakes is a for-real football team. They've played, ever since their loss to Robinson, they've played excellent football. You know that Madison's not going to take them lightly.
Well, I always said that South Lakes is playing Madison at a good time in the season. They've had time to make their adjustments. They've had time to make a few changes on defense and offense to shore things up. And it's a good time in the year for them to be playing a tough team like Madison. And that should help them before the night's over.
Yeah, you got a South Lakes team that I don't think anybody really figured was going to be here at the beginning of the season. Madison, everybody thought was. And South Lakes has come a long way. Coach Sequels has done a great job with them. They had some good starters coming back. Kids who've really improved. Quarterback David Ritchie. Of course, everybody knew about Norris Davis, who could be one of the premier sprinters, one of the premier receivers in the area. But if Madison is suspect anywhere, Alan, where do you think it is? They're supposed to be the solid football team, but they haven't beaten. Lee beat them. Where do you think they're weak?
Well, in the only game that I saw Madison playing this year was the Herndon game, and I thought that Madison showed a sure weakness in the pass defense. Of course, South Lakes has a good passing offense with Ritchie and Esser and, of course, Norris Davis. And if they could some way, exploit the weakness in the Madison defense, if it hasn't been corrected yet, then that could be one way to pay dirt for them tonight.
Okay, let's take a look at the flip side of the coin then. In Madison's offense, you've got some really premier football players. You've got Heck, the high school All-America, having a great year at quarterback. You've got the McIntyre kid at receiver. What can South Lake stop him, I guess, is the question.
Well, if it's anybody in the league, in the Great Falls District that can stop Madison's passing game, it would be South Lakes. Eric Tate and Pat Brown, of course, will have their hands full tonight with the talented receiver and, of course, Heck, the passer. But I think if there's any team in the Great Falls District that could possibly contain the Madison passing game, it would be South Lakes.
Well, I guess we're going to find out. It's not a bad night for football. It's a little nippy. I would say temperature probably around the 45 to 50 degree mark, perhaps. But it's clear. The field should be fast, and it's going to be dry. And hopefully we'll have what people look for when the two unbeaten teams in the district get together, and that's a first-class football game. We'll be back to take a look at the kickoff, the starting lineups for you after we take a break. Langley at midfield. They have time for,
Madison, but I knew that they would come into that game with Herndon hungry, simply because they had lost 2 weeks in a row. They would have lost 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. Herndon will be, you got me to it now. South Lakes will be kicking off the football to the Warhawks of Madison. That is Warhawks in the white jerseys with silver pants and silver helmets. And South Lakes in their gray pants, gray helmets, and blue jerseys. So you got the Warhawks and the Seahawks tonight. And we should have a pretty good football game. These are the kind of games that sometimes can be great games or other times can be real stinkers, in all honesty, and one team really routing the other one, but it should be a good one.
I think the tone of this game will be set very early, Chuck. You should be able to tell whether this game will be one of those runaways or one of those classic battles.
You got Colbert and Doc Basil back deep to receive the kickoff for the Warhawks. Is getting ready to put a foot in the ball is Jay Lodge. And we're underway. Hits one right up the middle. About the 12, they're going to run a little crisscross. They drop the football and pick it back up and get about 4 on it. Madison tried to run a little bit of razzle-dazzle right off the bat. It didn't work as the ball popped loose. And Colbert was very lucky to pick the ball up and get back to about the 15-yard line or so, where the Warhawks will have it 1st and 10.
That's the type of plays that South Lakes need to see in order to build their momentum and get them together mentally. I think that would play a particularly big part in this game.
The quarterback is Tim Heck, perhaps one of the premier quarterbacks in the Eastern Seaboard, in all honesty. He's a good one. He's got Basil, he's got Schultz in the backfield with him, and he's going to throw the ball, a little out pass. That is complete for about 6 yards. Pretty good catch out there, and a pretty good run after the catch by the split end, Greiner. Nick Greiner, 6'3", 185-pound senior.
And that's the passing game that South Lakes will have to contain tonight in order to beat the Warhawks. The short game, they can hit you for long, too. They've been known to go long.
Pick up about 7 on that first play, which is not a bad start. This kid's hitting about 61% of his passes. He's only had 2 picked off all year. We're talking about Hecht, and Hecht sees something he doesn't like and calls a quick timeout. Well, that doesn't happen very often to one of Chuck Sell's teams. They played 60 seconds. He saw something he was unhappy with.
I think they're going to rely a lot on the passing game tonight. It looks like they're going to set the tone with their passing game. But, of course, that's their strongest point.
Tim Hecht has thrown the ball 123 times now, but coming into the night, 122 times. He hit 77 of them. That's 63.1%. Over 1,000 yards, 10 scores, and only 2 passes picked off. And that's pretty darn good, I would think, out of 122 passes. Allen, only 2 interceptions.
Tremendous ability, tremendous talent for a high school quarterback. I think he's going to go play.
Jim McNamara is one of his receivers, who you'll see a lot before the night's over, I think, is ranked number 8 in the northern region among pass receivers. So it's 2nd down and 3. Football at about the 22. Madison, their own territory. High backfield. Basil, the tailback, and he's the big running threat. He's got the ball to the short side, and he does not get the first down. He's knocked shy. It looks like about a yard. As the defensive unit for the Seahawks.
That was good defense by South Lake that time.
Looks like Dietrich Nelson, the defensive end, or one of the defensive ends, I guess we should say, since there are a couple.
Good pursuit, good defense by South Lake.
3rd and a yard. Football at the 24 of Madison. As they go wide to the far side with Hunter Riley. As Hecht puts him down and drops the football and picks it up and does not get the first down, I don't think. Very uncharacteristic of Madison's team, Alan.
No, you don't usually see Madison making these early mistakes, but of course, that's what's going to help South Lakes in this game.
Boy, he got the first down. That's good presence of mind. You're going to see it again. He just drops the football and then has enough smarts to pick it up and plunge forward.
That was a good play by quarterback Hecht.
Right at the 25, he got the first down he needed. Hunter Riley comes wide to this side as a wide receiver. Other side is 13. That's Reiner, who caught the first pass of the ball game. That's Basil in the backfield, gets tripped up and knocked down right about the line of scrimmage.
That was South Lake's all-purpose middle linebacker, Chris Conway.
Conway made a great hit.
Chris Conway has a nose for the football. Wherever the football is, he's there. Just a tremendous competitor.
Picked up about a yard and a half, so it'll be 2nd down. We'll call it a long 8, short 9 for a first down. Doc Basil's the 3rd leading rusher in the northern region. So that'll give you some idea of the versatility of this offense. Back to throw goes Hecht. He's got time. Boy, he's going to run out of time to down. Loses the ball. And I think, let's see. The way South Lakes was celebrating, I thought they might have had it, but no. Conway was in there on the play as Hecht coughed up the ball but got it back. A loss on the play.
That was a good defense, good downfield coverage by South Lake, good pressure on the quarterback. That was just the type of defense that they'll need to play in order to stay in this football.
It was good downfield pressure because he had time to throw, it looked like, Alan. This will be 3rd and about 14 for the Warhawks. They flop out of the eye, split the backs. Hecht is going to keep the football on his hip and look long. It is hot. And that'll be very close to a 1st and 10. As he throws right here on the near sideline to 80, and that is Jim McNamara. That's the kid we were talking about.
Tall kid, got a good hand, and that's his primary receiver when he has to go for the big gainer.
Another 1st and 10 for the Warhawks. They're 2nd in this drive, which started at their own 15-yard line. So twice now, it looked like South Lakes had them set back, and both times on 3rd down plays, the Warhawks have converted.
Again, it's the passing game. It's the passing game that South Lakes is going to have to contain.
8:08 to go in the quarter. There's a deep pitch to Basil. Sweeps right. Steps upfield. It's knocked down. Foul flag is down. Late. We'll see what the call is. Could be a clip against Madison.
South Lakes is doing a good job of containing the run.
It is. Just that, a clip against the Warhawks of Madison. The referee is on your screen right there, where number 71 is Calvin Coleman. Chuck Norberg is the umpire. Eddie Snyder, the head linesman. Mike Spencer's the line judge. Bob Chorterini is the back judge, and the electric clock operator up here is Steve Mazzone. That's a 15-yard clip.
Madison team's making a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes. You don't usually see a Tuxell team making mistakes like this. They've already fumbled the ball twice, and now a penalty that would probably hurt this drive significantly.
First down, it's like about 22 to go as they mark the penalty from the spot of the foul. You see if Hecht, who's 2 for 2, goes to the air again. He drops straight back, big rush, sets up a screen, completes it. And the 30, 35, 40, look out, Basil at the 50, and Morris Davis.
That was a good play, Chuck.
Well, it was, wasn't it?
Well set up screen. Good running by Doc Basil.
He's an excellent athlete, no question. We're going to take a look at it from down the pitch. They let the South Lakes lineman come pouring through. They set it up. There's a little out screen. He gets one tackle right there as missed, and then he's off to the races. And actually, Norris Davis is about the only man that could have gotten him. So again, it looks like they're set back, and once again, Madison picked up the first down. This time on a screen pass. This is Hunter Wiley in motion, coming right at us. And second man through, Basil gets tripped up as he hit the line of scrimmage. Looked like Lyons tripped him up just as he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Gain of about 2 yards on that play.
Seahawks are doing very well stopping the run. It's the pass they're having trouble with, and Allen said that was the key, and right now Allen is right.
That's going to be significant. If they can contain the pass, they seem to be doing a very good job of containing the run, but the pass is what's been hurting them so far, with exception to that last run by Basil.
Which, of course, came off the pass, though.
That's exactly right.
Second about 8. Madison. Again, Riley coming at us in motion from right to left. And movement in the backfield. And no flag, now one flag. That's Basil. Breaks a few, gets hit, knocked down. That'll be a first down, and we'll call it back. He'll be back in motion. In fact, Basil was the man who had...
That was a well-executed play on Madison's part.
I think you'll see it very clearly. Well, you don't see the tailback in this shot. Let's see if you can see a man move into your screen. That'll be the man who's... No, I take it back. It was the up back. It was Schultz and...
Gaping hole on that side.
It's actually just a little misdirection play. But instead of the first down and 10...
Fine block by Mike Venner, Madison lineman, offensive lineman.
Second penalty of the evening against the Warhawks. One a 15-yard clip, now a 5-yard motion. The clip didn't hurt him that much. Second down, about, let's call it 13. Football at the 47 in Madison territory, South Lake territory. Here's the throw. They're trying to throw down. They got a completion. Griner. That almost looked like a Norris Davis pass. Just a straight streak down the sideline. And a completion, the hit made by Pat Brown. If they put Griner one-on-one against Brown, that's another first down. See, every time they get a penalty, they come back.
They come back with the pass, Chuck. Pat just didn't seem to have his eyes on the ball that time, and a heads-up Madison receiver caught a good pass for a good gain.
This drive started at the Madison 15, and right now, since the ball does, on the South Lakes 26. And the quarterback, Hecht, is 4 for 4 throwing. Puts his team down. They split the backs. In motion again, Hunter Riley. Pitch comes to Basil right. Gets a great block. Steps across one. He's going to be very close to another first down at about the 16, 17-yard line. Who got the block at this side? Did you see it, Alan?
I didn't see that.
We may pick it up on the replay, but he got a great play. It might have been Riley, the man who came in motion over here.
It looks like Madison is trying to get outside of that South Lakes front. They've been pitching out and passing to the flats a lot, and it seems like they're trying to get on the outside of South Lakes and maybe take advantage of them.
5 first and 10s in this drive since they started at their own 15, and right now South Lakes has been pretty much